and they go through and they do a lot of surveys, and they survey all the people in their programs, and then they correlate all those results. Well, with this, you just go in. If you can get everyone together in one room, you do it one time, you got all your results, and immediately you can find out the data and start using the data that you wanted right then and there.
When dealing with research, again, just to reiterate, you're done in a timely manner. That's, for me, out of all the things that we went over when coming up with this presentation, I said for me, this is number one. Coming from a student standpoint, that is important because we're under crunch time. So,
on a training perspective, seeing how here at Eastern we run over 100 different trainings a year for faculty, staff, and graduate assistants. And so in that, we need to be able to always gauge, are our trainings really effective? Are people really learning the material that we're putting out? How can we get better? And what we found is that the survey form is really ineffective for us. We don't get that many return back. And so this way, we're guaranteeing more of a response from the people that are participating in our workshops. And so that's one of the biggest bonuses for us at training in our training is that we can tailor the survey directly to our training, each training specifically, and find out exactly what we want to help to modify our training and get better.
Similarly, because we teach on programs like Dreamweaver, Photoshop, a whole bunch of different software programs, but the nice thing about this is that in between different sections of the training program, you can not quiz them, but you can evaluate their learning, how much they're retaining at that moment. So you're able to maybe, if they don't get something, you can backtrack and go over something again, and helps you to tailor your session as well.
So then once you have your results, you can always go back over the whole. What I do is you can go at the end of a year and go back over all your sessions and see exactly per instructor, per class, what can be changed, are your objectives being met, and then address them so you can get your trainings better. Okay, last little bit, we just want to find out, in using this, how effective was this? So would you please rate the information given in this session? Extremely helpful, meaning that you can see yourself using this tomorrow. Very helpful. You can see yourself using it, but you can't. There's a lot of obstacles to overcome. Or somewhat helpful, you want to use it, you just don't know how, and then not at all. Thank you very much. Very helpful.
And we also want to deal with the likelihood of this being implemented. Minus the glitches and the few technical errors you might have seen, this is, in fact, a pretty smooth process. But how likely will you be implementing this? Is this something you would say, yes, I'm going to bring this back, and I'm going to get this incorporated in our program? I might. There's really a slim chance, or I really don't see this happening.
Very likely. Thank you very much. Our last question here would be, how comfortable do you feel trying this on your own, especially working with SPSS? Extremely comfortable, meaning you can use it tomorrow. Very comfortable, meaning as long as you have the tutorial, you'll be okay. Somewhat comfortable, you would rather sit down with someone and go through it step by step. Or not comfortable at all.
Okay. All right. We really would like to thank you for coming. We thank you for understanding what the technical error is, but we want to make this available for those of you who work at Eastern. Call the CATS office. Actually, our number is located on the front of the folder along with our website. If there are any questions you might have, on the inside of the folder, there's a card that has Antoine's and my email addresses on there. So if we didn't think of something, or down the road you look at this and you think of something, feel free to email us. Use us as a resource. We want to be able to have a network established back and forth.